Alright everyone, here is another lesson that we are going to study on the first session for your today class. So for the first session, we are going to discuss the topic which is on our blueprint book. So the topic generally we discuss about food and how to stay healthy. That is why in the lesson 4 we are going to study the interesting topic, which is what does it say on the label. So on page 70 you will see the lesson there. There are three main lesson points that we are going to study in this video. So the first point, we will look at the conversation related to our theme of the lessons. And then we are going to do some practice exercise related to the important vocabulary which is related to the lesson. And the last one, which is the grammar point that we are going to touch upon in this video. And let me inform you that this grammar point right here is not really complicated lesson. We just study the reported speech. Alright, without any further ado, let's jump on to our lesson point today. So as the title of our lesson, we are going to study about a label, right? So the label generally refer to this table on a product, mostly a canned product. Let's see here, which is the Cokes, and there are a label right here. And this label has a lot of information about those products. So the nutrient facts, we call this label, right? As you can see the title here, nutrition facts. So nutrient is a nutrition at your fingertips, right? How much sugar is in an apple, how much potassium is in a banana, Discover nutrition facts on tens of thousands of food, complete with all vitamin, mineral, amino acid, fats, fatty acid, sugar, cholesterol, and more compound like caffeines. Right? So these are the information that specific product has, and you need to look through all of these. For example, when you drink Coca-Cola or you drink beer, these are the information. What will you get from a can of beer or a can of Coca-Cola? So these are the facts that you need to know, right? So here is the conversation that you will listen to Matra and Jill. They are going to discuss about these nutrition facts. So without any further ado, let's listen to this conversation carefully.
Track 39.
We need breakfast food. Ooh, this cereal looks good.
Strawberry Crunch? Let me see the box. Craig, my personal trainer, says people should read the label on everything. Oh, look at the ingredients. Wheat, sugar. Sugar is second.
A little sugar isn't so bad. It only has 150 calories per serving. Plus, I love strawberries.
But this cereal doesn't have real strawberries, just strawberry flavor. And it's not nutritious at all. See? The label says there are no vitamins, no calcium.
Okay, put it back. What do you suggest we get for breakfast?
Let's get some fresh strawberries or frozen ones. And some yogurt. We can put them in the blender and make smoothies.
Okay, but there's yogurt in our fridge already. By the way, what does Craig say about frozen fruits?
He tells me they're usually as nutritious as fresh ones.
Alright, so that's it for this conversation. So when you listen to the conversation, both people, they are discussing about which specific food to eat for breakfast. From this context, you understand that we have a totally different perspective related to what we should eat, right? So in our country, specifically in Cambodia, people don't care about all this information. right? The majorities of people they don't care about this information, including me as well. Most of the time when I buy something or drink some specific drinks, this information is not really important because we have never paid attention to all of these. But for people who work out, who trains, or who want to build their bodies, this information is very, very important because they have to make sure they consume a proper amount of sugar, a proper amounts of calories in order to stay healthy and to keep fit. So this information can be very, very important for those kinds of people. All right. In this conversation, as you have listened to, there are a few vocabularies that you should understand. Anyway, most of these vocabulary are easy for you to understand because you have learned a lot related to all of these topics. But when we look at the word smoothie, in the what we say in the cafe nowadays, people also serve those type of drink we call smoothie. So smoothie here is a fruit drink made by mixing the ingredient in a blender, right? This can be a fresh fruit and it's very healthy and delicious as well, but it's a little bit pricey. Okay, so here are some vocabulary to understand. So let's look at all of these vocabulary all together. First of all, we have the word ingredient. Ingredient. So ingredients, it refers to a type of prepared food or one part of a prepared food. Actually, ingredient is just a small part of the food, right? So it's only one part of a prepared food. Number two, frozen food. So frozen food, which means you put it in the refrigerator for any particular time and it becomes very extremely cold. So it's letter A. A serving of a food is when you go to the restaurant. For the word serving, when you go to the restaurant, people serve you, which means they give you food to eat for that specific time. So serving, it refers to the amount to eat at one times, not amount you buy. Nutritious. So nutritious food. As you can see, nutritious function as an adjective which modify the word food. So if the food, or we call a nutritious food, what kind of food it is? Sure, it must be a healthy food. Okay, now let's look at these four pictures. You can find this picture on your book, which is on page 70. Now let's look at number 5, which is wheat. So wheat is letter D. It's in Khmer we call sreu salai, right? And number 6 is yogurt. So yogurt is kind of a frozen meal. Okay, frozen fresh meal. So it is letter A. And number 7, blender. Actually, it is a machine that blend or mix fruits together. So it is letter B. And the last one is fridge. And you can find another word which has the same meaning. We call it refrigerator. So fridge is letter C. Is the machine that keep your vegetable, meat or drink fresh and cold. Okay, so all of these are important vocabulary that you learn from this lesson. Now let's move on to our last agenda, which is the grammar points. As I mentioned from the beginning of the video, this grammar point is not very difficult because we just study the reported speech, but with a different usage. So in the previous video lesson, we study reported speech with that clause, that reported past statement, right? So to report past statement, the reporting verb, which is said or told, these are written in the past form, right? Said and told. However, when we report the facts, when we report some things that are always truths, we use this in the present simple. But the reporting verb must be in the past tense. However, for another structure, we use a present tense to report those information. Let's say the label say that there is no sugar, right? So the word say is the reporting verb, but it is written in present tense. Why? We will look at this in this video. Another example, our teacher always say that reading is good, right? We are reporting what our teacher always say, right? So the word say actually written in present tense. Last but not least, my friends usually, no S here, my only one friends usually tell me he likes football. All right. So why we use a reporting verb in this present tense like this? So the reason behind all of this is that we use reporting verb in the simple present to report things that people have often said or their opinion that people still hold, and things that are currently written on sign or label, right? So the structure that you use this is subject plus says plus that clause, right? So if you look at the example right here, yogurt is good for breakfast, she said to me. So she here, she expressed her opinion, which she believes it is true. And then when we report, we use present simple verb. People should read label. Greg often say. So here it is Greg's opinion, and he still believes people should do that. That is why you should use here a present tense to report this word. Calcium's 0%, which is this information you will find on the label, and then the label say there's no calciums. So this is how you report the facts, how you report people's opinions and things that are currently written on sign. You use present tense. But when we report something that people said or have said in the past, it is in the past tense. But this one, we don't care about the time because it's always true. When we talk about when we talk about present simple, we talk about the facts, the habit, the routines. All of those are always true, right? That is why when we report people's opinion, report information written on the sign or label, use present simples within the reporting verb and the main verb. Okay, everyone, that's it for our first session video, and enjoy your short break. We will come back and continue our second session. Thank you.